There are many times you have to give a resume or submit a resume to an employer to see if you're qualified for the job. According to the Diversity Edition of 2012, resumes may capture the employer's attention and convince the employer that the applicant has the right credentials, achievement, education, and all these requirements are based. This will give the employer to make the decision to spend the time and money to interview this individual. There are many different strategies to stand out on a resume to an employer. A resume can either make or break you. There are many steps to making a perfect resume, and according to Kevin Donlin, owner of Guaranteed Resumes, more than 90% companies require a resume. So there are many steps. So one is pick a layout that is readable and that the font is nice and neat and not very hard to read. Many times people decide to do that and it's just a pain. Use white or ivory colored paper. Do not try to go colored and everything to make it all stand out. They don't want that. They want what's on the resume to stand out to them. So after picking your layout, you want to lead off with the essentials such as your name, address, email address, phone number. This is just an easy way for an employer to contact you. And also try to correlate that in case you might be moving, update it constantly if you need to. Next, you need to tell your employer a little bit about yourself. This is just a brief description, kind of describing who you are. So add some characteristics in there and that it correlates to the job you're applying for, just to make it seem like you're interested in that job. Then you want to start off with education. This is from when you first started school to when you ended high school to if you went to college or if you did any kind of education classes, maybe for a past job. So then another good thing to do is with college, add courses you have taken, college courses, even if it's like Microsoft software programs where you know how to do all that, that might stand out. Just any kind of course looks good on a resume. Then you want to list your job experiences. This can be from when they want you to start from when your first job to your last, but start with your last job or your current job. This will just kind of show the responsibility that you've held a job. If you're someone that was like me and I was in sports, I would work a job from March to August until my sports started up. And it kind of just looked real bad because it's like job after job. It was the same job as I was constantly leaving. So I kind of just tried to avoid that or put when I was the longest there and just said I did not work, and I can explain that to my employer if I get an interview. So next you want to add your hobbies or activities that you could be in. So in high school it could be any sports you were in or band, or it could be like SAD or honor society, or it could just be like awards that you won throughout high school or a community award you might have won, or even if you're out of high school and you're still getting awards, say you volunteer somewhere, add that. That really stands out to an employer. Last, you want to give 3 reliable sources. I shouldn't say sources, I want to say references. This is someone they can reach out and talk to get a little bit more of who you are and a better understanding. So I'm going to kind of show you an example of my resume. So here's my resume. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I start off with my name, my address, my phone number, and email. And my personal summary just says I'm an energetic, personable individual who attends college since fall 2019, pursuing a degree in human resource. My education shows that I attended Waynesfield, and below I added that I was in general studies, CC+, and a GPA of 3.2. Your GPA is really important. It kind of just makes you look like you're a responsible kid if you had a good GPA. So then I added for education my Rhodes State College and my credit courses, and just added all those below just so in case that makes any difference to why I might be qualified. So then my work experience, I started from where I was at, or where I'm at now to where I was in the past. kind of just gave 3 of my longest jobs just to make me look like I can hold a job. And I'm not actually lying. It just looks better on a resume, and that's what you want. And then I added for my honors and activities that I was a soccer player, earned 2 varsity letters, and added the years. I was second team all WL, added the year, and then I was honorable mention all district, added the year. So then my last was my references, which is important. As you all know, if they call, they don't always call, but if they call, you want someone that knows that you have them down as a reference, but also that would put a good word in for you. So after that, overall resume can either make or break you. There are many that struggle with resumes trying to make yourself stand out. There are just ways to go around it or go about it, and just trying to figure out what's right for what employer. Everyone's different, so if you like your resume, then so be it. But if you seem to not getting jobs, change it. Just remember, a resume can either make your dream job happen or it may not.